So we've heard all is gold, right? We've heard this term, all is gold. And you don't want to retire feeling sad, having nothing in your pocket. So you have to make sure that you create the habit, making sure that you have that plan, what you want to leave behind for your families. And as what Balki said, you have an institution that supports a safe place to invest and making sure that your money grows for your retirement. And what currently EPF is doing is something commendable, and we are blessed to have them to come forward and to address this issue, because we are an aging population. People are living longer, right? And I said just now, are we living better in terms of financially? If you don't plan from now, then how do you make sure that when you retire, you want to retire with good lifestyle? You want to retire not being depressed of not having money, right? So how do we want to upkeep them? You got to plan. If you don't plan, then you will suffer the consequences.
Perhaps at this juncture, you could walk us through and say a few words when it comes to the role and services for women by Maybank Trustees.
Okay, so as I mentioned just now, death is certain, it's when, and it is also that we must understand why we have to plan ahead, because we cannot time death, right? So that is why I'm a big advocate to make people understand why having a tool such as will or wasiat is important, to make sure that whatever that you leave behind is being managed and administered properly. That's number one. Number two, I think also particularly for the Muslims, we always have this thought that bila dah ada faraid, kenapa perlu ada wasiat? Yeah. So during your lifetime, who takes care of your assets? Who takes care of your liabilities? It's yourself, right? So when you pass on, who is going to take care of that first before faraid comes? So faraid is a distribution. When you have a wasiat instrument in place, you have two phases. You need somebody to step into your role to administer before the distribution comes into play. All right. So this is what we do in Maybank Trustees. We are a subsidiary of the Maybank Group. We've been here for over 60 years. And why we want to advocate people in writing a will, because that is the basic estate planning tool that everybody must have, right? More so if you're mother, if you have children below 18, in the event if anything were to happen to both of you, the parents, both the mother and the father, who's going to be the guardian for your children? Yeah, by having that will or wasiat instrument in place, you have the advantages of appointing someone who knows your family dynamic, who can take care of your children, who can take over your role when you're not around. So coming to all, when we talk about money, retirement, now, if anything were to happen to you, who's going to take care of this money? Yeah, so that's why planning is very important. And at Maybank Trustees, we help clients to look into what are the assets that you have. If anything were to happen to you today, what is your game plan? So this is the conversation that we do for our clients. And of course, if let's say you have specific wishes, if you have, let's say, if you want to take care of your aging parents, or if you have special need child, do you want to set up a trust fund for them when you're not around? Because don't forget, the moment you pass on, all your assets are frozen. So until then, until you get the surat kuasa, you can't touch that money. So in the course of waiting for the surat kuasa to come out, how do you make sure that your family is being taken care of? More so when you have small children, right? So this is something that we do on daily basis. This is my bread and butter. Like I said, I'm the financial guardian. right? So they are the one who makes the money for you, and I'm here to protect your money.